Spring cleaning, chaos to clarity, Riley Driggs.
Thank you, fellow Toastmasters. I'm excited to speak with you today. This year, March 20th, marked the beginning of spring. I have always loved the springtime. It is not only a time for a change in the weather, with it getting warmer from the cold winter months. I'm originally from Idaho, so I love when you can start wearing your nice clothes out and you don't have to wear your giant jackets anymore. And it also symbolizes a time of renewal, growth, and new life. And many people, including myself, start to think about spring cleaning. The idea of spring cleaning is not new. Historians believe that the origin comes from several different places, including religious, from the religious Jewish Passover, as well as Persian, Iranian, and Chinese cultural traditions. Spring cleaning represents a lot of what spring in general represents. It is an act of renewal, a fresh start, often associated with decluttering, cleaning, and organizing to create a cleaner and more positive environment. I love the feeling of having a clutter-free home. Unfortunately, I tend to struggle with that a little bit, and I gather more items than I probably should have in my home. But more than having a cluttered home, I also have what I like to call a messy brain. Some of you may be wondering what a messy brain looks like or feels like. Funny enough, it is a lot like having a messy home. Picture this. You walk into your home and there's clothes everywhere. It's on the chair, it's on the ground, it's on your bed. You've also got a pile of clean laundry that you haven't put away yet. There's papers and important things that should have been filed away, but are on the desk and on the floor because the fan blew them off. You have dishes piling up. There is a multitude of piles of things that are not where they belong. And you walk in, looking, trying to find a very small, very important object that you know is probably trapped beneath some pile of junk that's not supposed to be there. That is a lot how my brain feels. It can be really discouraging to try to create a to-do list or prioritize things you need to do in a day, or remember that you have a doctor's appointment or a birthday of a friend when everything is piled up on the ground of your mind. And that is how a lot of my childhood was, as was my adult life. And I realized that I could not continue to live that way. I want to preface by saying I am not an expert on the human mind or brain, but having lived with a messy brain for as long as I can remember, I wanted to share with you today some things that I've done to help give my mind and my brain a spring cleaning and feel that same feeling of renewal and a fresh start that comes from cleaning your home. As a child, we often build the foundations of learning to clean. When I was a kid, my sister came up with the ingenious idea of worker bees. I was, of course, worker bee Riley. Not very creative, if I'm being honest. And honestly, we didn't do anything that was unique or crazy. All we did was print out a piece of paper with a bee on it and our name, worker bee Riley, and tape it on our back. But that made the act of cleaning and learning to take care of your space so much more fun. And it really is those little steps that you have to take as a child. First, you learn how to pick up your toys. Then you learn to do the dishes. And unfortunately, that is not the same when it comes to decluttering your mind. You don't get a lot of the same skills. And so I had to learn to take small steps, just like I did when I was a child. Oftentimes, it starts with just one deep breath. And there goes my mind. I gotta do this today. Oh my goodness, I forgot to do this thing. I need to call the doctor. Did I grab that thing for my kid for school? Oh my goodness, I forgot his water bottle. And there's also the backpack and his clothes, and he's not gonna like that. And what about this other thing I have to do at work? I completely forgot. And then another breath. And it's slow to start, but eventually you gain the skills to stop focusing on the noise in your brain and start focusing on your breath or on the sound of a fan. And these small steps give you the ability to start to declutter your mind. Although there is many things that you can do to help to declutter your mind, the most important thing is that you're patient with yourself. Just like a home is not cleaned or spring cleaning is not done in a day, a lot of times it takes days of going through all of your stuff, deep cleaning. It's the same with decluttering your mind. You have to give yourself time, find the right tools that work for you. Make small steps by deleting apps on your phone that are causing you to be distracted. And eventually, you can feel the same feeling that you feel from a clean home. So I just want to finish by saying that I hope the next time you guys feel like you have a messy brain, that you take a minute and give yourself the care that you would give to your home. Thank you.